then you must be incredibly busy. Wouldn't you rather to spend more time with your family and less doing housework? So what do you think? Is it wouldn't or shouldn't you rather to spend more time with your family and less doing your homework? So shouldn't or wouldn't you rather to spend more time? So think about it. Yes, you are correct again. It's wouldn't you rather, of course, spend more time with your family and less doing housework. Okay, let's see what the woman says. That sounds great, but how must I do that? Or how can I do that? So what do you think is correct? Is it must or can? So I'm guessing correct. It's can. That sounds great, but how can I do that? Well, it's easy. Sounds like it's very easy. With this revolutionary new electric knife, let's see what the woman says. Electric knife, you must be kidding or you has to be kidding. So what do you think? Is it must or has to? Yes, you are correct again. It's must. You must be kidding. No, ma'am, I'm not. May I show you or would I show you? Think about it. What is the correct answer here? Is it may or would? I can remember what we discussed before when we use must and when we use would and okay. No, ma'am, I'm not. May I show you? Thank you, but I'm really very busy. You see, my grammar teacher always gives me a lot of homework and we have a test on chapter 3 very soon. So let's go to the next page, what the salesman will say. You are making a big mistake. You couldn't or you can't find this knife in any store. Today and only today, I can or I should give you a special price. So is it couldn't or can't? And is it can or should? So are you trying to guess correctly? Or I would say not guessing, but giving an answer to this question. And of course, it's you can't find this knife in any store. Today and only today, I can give you a special price. The woman is apparently not very happy of changing her life using the electric knife. So she's ending the conversation here. Goodbye. And the salesman is trying for the last time. But ma'am, you, is it must or will regret this? Of course, the door slams in his face after that, but at least he tries one more time. So what do you think is the correct answer? Is it must or is it will? Of course, it's will regret this. So let's talk about one more time about these modal auxiliaries. can. What can means? It's an informal quest. It's a present ability and it's present impossibility. We have many examples when we use can with those meanings, like asking for informal requests, for present ability, or for present impossibility. The examples are, can you help us? I can carry that for you. It can't be 6 o'clock. So the first one represents informal request. The second one presents ability. I can carry that for you, which means that I am able to carry that. And the third example is present impossibility. It can't be 6 o'clock. It's almost impossible to be 6 o'clock. When we use could to request and for past abilities. For example, this is an example of making a request using could. It's could you put the box on the table? So we are making a request. 5 years ago, I could lift heavy things, but I can't now. So this is a past ability, which means that 5 years ago I could lift heavy weights, but I cannot do it now. So it's an ability that a person had in the past. And the third example is that couldn't be John. He is in Hawaii. So that couldn't be John. He is in Hawaii. When we use may means request or permission. It also means present possibility. For example, we say, may I leave early today? So in this case, may is used to request a permission. We are asking, may I leave early today? The answer is yes, you may. And when we use may for present possibility, we can say, I may be late for dinner because we have a meeting. I might be late. So it's something that happens in the present, and it's something that's possible. I might be late for dinner. I might not be late. It's possible. It's not that we are saying I will be late. We are saying I might be late, and we are giving the reason why I might be late, because of we have a meeting. Might always means present possibility. We might go to Chicago this weekend. So we might go to Chicago this weekend presents a possibility in the present. It's like it's this weekend. And must present a need, presents a prohibition, or presents a probability as well. You must let us know if you won't be able to come to the concert. So it's a need. You must let us know if you won't be able to come to the concert. We need to know. You must let us know. The present prohibition, it's you must not be late. So we are prohibiting someone to be late, and the present probability, she must be upset because she missed the beginning of the show. When we use ought to is used in the present and it presents expectation. For example, they ought to arrive at any moment. You ought to call them to see if there is some problem. So it's expectation in the present. When we use should also is used in present expectations and in present advice. For example, we say, the mailman should be here soon, and you should write your parents more often. So the first one is an expectation in the present. The mailman should be here soon. What we do, we expect the mailman should be here very soon. And the second example in this case is an advice that's given in the present. You should write your parents more often. So we are giving the advice in the present. Would, it's always a request. Would you help me for a moment, please? And remember, we said before that we don't usually use would to answer. So it's a request always. Would you help me for a moment? Would like or would like to present a desire or a preference. For example, we have, would you like to go to the movies? So it's a desire or it's a preference. And would rather, it presents a preference. I don't feel well, I'd rather stay home. So it presents a preference. Since I don't feel well, then I'd rather stay home. This is a preference. Be able to. Be able to presents an ability or a past ability. I'm not able to run very far now. Since it's an ability, but it's an ability in the present. I'm not able to. It can also describe a past ability. When I was younger, I was able to run at least 5 miles. So, see the difference here in the first sentence? I am not able to run very fast now. It's an ability in the present. And the second exercise, the second example is when I was younger, I was able to run at least 5 minutes. So it's an ability in the past. When? Then, in the past, when I was younger, I was able to run at least 5 minutes. Had better. Had better presents an advice. You had better do your